What's up, dude? Welcome back. My+One with Vinny Fastline.
And Tony Sarandos.
And we got my buddy here. He's one of the fucking best looking dudes on the planet. Pisses me off. He's an actor. He's been in Righteous Gemstones and a ton of stuff. Brocco Hurn, everybody.
What's going on, Vinny?
Thanks for coming in. And you brought your good friend.
Yeah, Will, man. Will Meldman.
Will? What's your last name?
Meldman.
Meldman. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
He said you were his 17th choice. And no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But the first one who picked up my call. So
Yeah. So first choice. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah. Dude, thank you for having me. I'm excited.
You guys are friends for a long time, or what's the story?
Yeah, man. We're going on, decade now?
About a decade, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bonded over Casamigos, dude.
Casamigos?
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Just drank it and had a great time and decided to stay friends.
Dude, Casamigos spawns a lot of people.
Right?
Also breaks up a lot of people too. It just depends.
Probably right. That's probably right.
Both sides.
Yeah.
It's a healthy balance. You got to find the middle.
But no, we met, a decade ago, and we had a friend introduce us, and then we hung out. First night was a Casamigos Halloween party, and then both into film and TV, and kind of all working that world a little bit, and just had a lot in common. Now we're still
homies.
Yeah.
And you guys got a podcast together too?
Yeah.
Yeah, work together a ton too, for sure.
Yeah.
What's your podcast?
Studio 22.
Yeah. We interview entrepreneurs, entertainers, people from like kind of all walks of life, but we just dive into their stories and their mindsets and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just wanted you on because now our girl fan base is just going to go through the roof, and guy fan base. Honestly, our fan base, everybody's going to come on.
Numbers are up.
This guy is 6'7", 280 pounds. I don't know.
A little short of that, but maybe one day. Yeah, man.
How much do you weigh? Just a random question.
Probably about 260 right now.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
God. One of the nicest guys. I mean, seriously, like, it's so funny because you see big dudes. Sometimes you never know, like they look intimidating, but
like my neighbor thought today.
Giant gentleman. Yeah.
The first reaction's usually terrified, and then I start talking, and they're like, all right, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah.
Brock scared the shit out of Tony's neighbors. Just walking in here. Neighbor was just like,
so funny, dude.
Shuts the garage door.
I wish you could have seen his face, because it really was like he was walking out so casual, and then he looks over at us. It's terrified, like just makes the weirdest face, and then backs in his garage, and then just slowly closes it. I'm like, all right.
Did you ride here on your motorcycle?
No, man. Drove a Prius.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, see, that makes you a little less intimidating. When you come up on the, when you come up on the motorcycle.
Yeah. I've got the big truck, motorcycles and all that, so I got to balance it out with the Prius.
Oh, yeah.
Stealth mobile, dude. Nobody knows I'm riding that thing.
Yeah.
I've been cut off a few times.
One?
That's 21.
Okay.
Yeah. The newer ones are actually not bad.
I feel like a lot of people like yell at Prius drivers, and then you step out of the car and they'll shut them up right away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Expecting like this little weenie to step out of the car, and then a 6'7" giant.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's funny.
Somebody talking shit. Get your fucking Prius ass out of here, and he just stands up and like, whatever you want, dude. Yeah, whatever you want.
Have you guys had that? Have you ever got any like
road rage?
Yeah, well, road rage. I think almost everybody's probably had road rage, right? But have you ever gotten any like altercations with anybody through driving through road rage?
Not directly. I butted myself into someone else's road rage altercation.
Oh wow.
I just rolled my window down and said, "Stop being an asshat." Like they were yelling at this person for like not making a right, and like someone was in the crosswalk. Like he just made the choice not to go before, and this person was screaming at him.
I got in a fist fight.
Really?
Yeah. She was about 83 and, beat the shit out of her. Yeah.
I just like I said, she beat the shit out of you, bro.
She did. Her friends did.
They all got their purses.
Yeah. They got their canes and clocked my trachea. No, I don't think I've ever met. No, I mean, people, fuck you. I've gotten fingers and fingered back, but, and then I drive away, but,
Yeah. I've had people come to the car and everything like that. And
no way.
Really? Yeah.
To your car?
To my car, yeah.
Prius or the truck?
No, I mean, it was older cars, but it was a while back. But Prius, pretty close, actually. People do not respect the Prius, which honestly, when I see people drive Priuses and the way they drive, usually not very good.
Right?
Yeah.
So I kind of understand.
You're the outlier.
I am an outlier.
You are an outlier.
Yeah. But no, there was this, I remember, where was I? I was in Orange County and I was driving my little brother and my sister and her friend were in the back seat. And my little brother is just like, he just loves to stir up a little drama, cause a little chaos every now and again. And I remember we were driving and he yelled something. I can't remember what he yelled, but he yelled something at this dude that was standing outside by his car. It was parked and we were just cruising. And probably about maybe 2 minutes later, we're at a stoplight and all of a sudden someone pulls up, slams on their brakes. You know, there are 3 cars behind. And then he gets out, starts yelling, and I see it. I catch it. So I'm like, roll up the window. I'm like, oh, dude, you don't know what this guy's going to do. And my brother's like freaking out, right? He's probably 15 years old, 14 years old. I'm like 17 or 18. But even then I was like 6'5" and I've been working out for a while.
Oh my God.
And this guy got so mad, dude. He was freaking out. And I'm like, you're yelling at my little brother right now. I'm about to lose my mind. And he's punching my window. And he spit on the window. And I was like, all right, that's it. So my sister's like, don't get out of the car. Don't get out of the car. And my brother's freaking out. I get out of the car and I just start yelling at the dude. And I'm like, you got a problem? I'm like, and then so he started going back to his car and he's like, you want to start something, whatever. Like, and you know, he just slowly backing up. And then finally he's like, why don't you come over here then? And he's by his car. I'm like, one, I don't know if he's got any kind of weapon or anything like that. But I was like, you started this shit. Why don't you come over here right now? I was like, I'm ready. And
damn,
he just got in his car and just drove off. But,
dude, you're a gentle giant, but you're a badass too.
Well,
you shoot guns. Yeah. You shoot guns too, Will? I know he goes to the range and stuff.
Yeah, I grew up hunting with my family in South Texas. My mom's dairy Texan. So I learned gun safety at a very young age, mainly like rifle and shotgun stuff.
Yeah.
But then kind of getting older, kind of more into the pistol stuff. He is crazy with a pistol.
That's what I mean. You train with the same guy Keanu does for John Wick.
Yeah, Taryn.
Taryn
Butler. He's a beast, dude. And he trains pretty much anybody who's a badass on screen. They go through Taryn.
Yeah.
And that's for me too. I'm an actor, right? So the roles I want to play, or at least a lot of them, involved a lot of tactical stuff, a lot of your military roles or mercenary roles, like action hero stuff, you know? So it's kind of just checking off the boxes, make sure I can do everything.
But Righteous Gemstones, that's a comedy. Like, you still get to play this funny shit too.
Yeah, I get probably more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is better, I think. Probably. I mean, for you, it's probably more fun to shoot some guns and do all that shit, but
that's a little bit more of both. You know?
Yeah.
You shot a crossbow as superhero Jesus.
That's right. Automatic crossbow. Yeah.
That's sick.
History of the World Part 2. That's right.
Wow.
That was actually, dude, it was so much fun. All those sets are so different, but they're so fun, man. And especially when you're in comedy, like you guys know, obviously you're pretty funny from time to time.
I'll take it. I'll take pretty. Whatever you say, Brock. He said I'm pretty funny.
But you get around those guys, dude. You're just laughing the whole time you're on set.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Oh, dude.
And there's nothing, honestly, like my hat's off to comedians too, because if you can make people laugh, dude, that's like one of the greatest gifts I think you can have.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. I don't think it's easy. Maybe it comes easy to you. You know?
No, it's not easy. I mean, everyone's got a different sense of humor.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you like date somebody, they got different senses of humor.
That's true.
You date a girl, she's got a dark sense of humor, or she wants a silly sense of humor. Bro. Everyone's subjective, really. Yeah. But
I dated a girl that my first real girlfriend, and her favorite movie was Human Centipede. So imagine her sense of humor.
Wow, that's that would be the red flag. Oh man, did she tell you on the first date?
Yeah, was that the icebreaker?
It was pretty early on, bro. It was pretty early on. It was no matter what time it was in the relationship, it was too early.
She was just trying to get you to eat her ass.
How do you respond to that though?
Yeah,
bro. I was like,
that's
just weird. That's just a weird choice.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a weird choice.
It is a weird choice.
Is it 1, 2, or 3 though? Because 3 gets kind of meta.
I didn't get the 3. I didn't even know there was a third.
Bro.
What?
I didn't even know there was a 2.
It gets meta, man.
What?
It's weird.
There's a third one?
Yeah. I don't know how they.
What, does the centipede just keep getting longer or something?
Oh my God.
No, it's about like this prison warden who like watched the first movie and was like obsessed with it and made his prisoners do the real thing.
Shut
yeah,
up. Wow.
Like, that's what meta. Like it goes deep.
My gosh.
I've never seen it, but aren't they like all alive? Does he like make it filter?
Yes.
That's dark,
dude, let me tell you something.
Fucked up.
Don't need to watch it.
You could pass on it.
This is one you could pass.
Yeah.
I promise.
That's not for me, man.
It'll stick with you for a while. Like it's one of those things that just stays in your mind.
Just watch the South Park episode.
I was gonna say,
oh yeah.
That's essentially the movie. That's all you need to see.
Yeah. Will, are you an actor too?
No, I got into producing though. So I went to film school at SC and stayed in LA. I started as a production assistant from age like 16 to 24, and then started producing indie stuff. And
that's cool. Are you guys going to try to work on some stuff together?
We did a horror film together called The Resort.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Shout out in Hawaii. It was a lot of fun.
When was that?
Year was that?
2000. It released 2021. But we were probably shooting the 2 years leading up to that. So
2018 maybe, yeah.
Oh, you beat the cut of COVID then.
We had a finished movie going into it. So we were.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That probably was perfect timing.
I mean.
Because they were probably looking for content.
For sure.
Yeah.
You feel bad, right, with everything going on. But it's like in terms of the film and all that, for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you're going to keep trying to make more movies together, or what is it?
Yeah, we'll do more stuff. I mean, we have some stuff in the works right now. We started a comic book company about, is it 2 years now? It's been 2 years.
Yeah, about.
Yeah, and we want to turn those into shows and stuff like that, and just however we can create content and have some fun making stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, a lot of people are self-producing shit now because you can. I mean, you were at the mercy of studios back in the day. I mean, he knows more than anybody. He's in the film business. He's
it's a headache for sure. I mean, editor by trade. I was doing it for like almost 10 years at Happy Madison. So all the stuff I worked on. And then did some like independent editing work and just worked with a shitty director. And it got me to the point where I'm like, all right, I just want to do this myself.
Yeah.
And so now I'm producing, directing, production executive, I guess is the overall title. That's now. Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's still tough. Yeah.
Well, it's never like I've never been on a film that it was easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, logistically, the ins and outs of what it takes to make it, just to get everyone there. But to get everything to function, like there's like a million things have to go right and 2 million things can go wrong, and something always goes wrong. You just got to figure it out. Yeah. So,
but yeah, I mean, that's why I like comedy, dude, because it's just I get up there and look, if I suck, it's kind of on me, and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't have to count. That's why even when you tour, you don't have to travel with a band. You know, people in a band have to set up equipment. You have 10 people to count on. Even a podcast takes more. I mean, just getting together, all of us, making sure our schedule's his. Yeah. You have your guest. It's like it's more comedy to show up. I'm like, does this work? All right, cool. Let's get to it. You know,
it's been like what 3-4 weeks for us since
we've been it's not being able to get to it. Like, you know, it's tough. I mean, it can be tough, but there is something about just fucking doing it yourself. And but I respect the film. The more I got into it, the more I started I didn't realize how much like the editing, you have to count on a writer, a producer, the assistants, the director, actor. There's so many little pieces and one little thing can fuck it all up, you know? Yeah. So
but when it works, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Like Human Centipede.
They made 3 of them, so something's working.
What a masterpiece! Right? What do you guys do?
Thought of that, man.
What do you guys do for fun? Like, what outside of this whole this entertainment stuff? Like, what do you guys, homies? Like, you guys?
What do we do?
Yeah, like you guys together.
I mean, dude, we watch a lot of movies. We
play golf,
travel. Yeah, play golf a lot of different places.
How often are you guys playing golf? You just picked golf up?
I just did, a couple, 5 months ago now? 6 months.
He's getting good fast.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I gotta get.
You can't be good at everything, dude. What the fuck?
Why not?
He's good at
got
everything.
A point. Why not?
Yeah, why not, dude? Yeah, man. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but I feel like we've been all over the world and we've done all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, man, we're just trying to have a good time.
What's your longest drive so far?
Longest drive?
Yeah.
What, together?
Like
golf. I'm like thinking location. How far are we driven?
Well, we drove to Canada one time.
Right.
Now,
I've definitely
longest golf drive.
I mean, dude, we were talking about the day. I've got a driver that's just too flimsy. It doesn't work with me because I swing too hard. So it's hard for me to connect because the ball will just go, the club head will go a different direction and it'll just fly all over the place. But I definitely gotten over 330. Yeah.
Shit, dude.
Yeah.
The moment you start straightening out your shots, you're dangerous. I mean, it's all like down when it comes down to like the putting and like short game is insane. Yeah, it's tough. For sure. But
I see these guys do these long drive competitions and I'm like, As soon as I get the technique down, I'm taking all you guys down.
Dude, you'll be the new Happy Gilmore. Hey, come check out the ball whacker guy.
That'd be sick. It's a fun sport, though.
No, it's super fun. You're a big golfer, Will?
Yeah, kind of golf's in the family just by default. So I kind of grew up doing it and played football and lacrosse in high school, but then came back to golf once all that ended. And yeah, it's a beautiful game.
So you pretty much dragged him into it?
A little bit. He got the bug, and that's something you do independently regardless, right? So like, but I try to like push him towards golf more too. So I like to see it, but
I love the sport. I have such trouble playing it because I played baseball for 13 years.
Right.
And so my brain's just wired differently for it, which if I put myself to it, I'm sure I could get decent.
Crazy because I usually see baseball players like they pick it up super quick because the swing is, I guess, kind of similar in some ways. But if you like
it's the not rotating your wrist or not rotating your wrist the right way on your swing is what I have trouble with. So like I'll make contact and it goes far, it's just not where I want it to go.
Yeah.
So I can hit the distance, but not the accuracy.
Keep working on it because I guarantee like once it clicks, it'll click.
Yeah.
Yes.
We picked up pickleball and I play a lot of that still.
Super fun.
I love that. Yeah.
It's like taking over the world.
I just saw this guy talking about it. He's like, people who play paddle sports live longer than everyone else. I'm like, oh, really? Is that your science, buddy?
That's because only 90-year-old people are playing paddle sports. No, it's changed. I mean, pickleball is huge now, but it's super fun. I mean, it's easy to pick up, easy to play. You don't have to be the best athlete in the world to get it. Like
low impact.
Yeah.
Low impact. I mean, you guys play?
For sure.
Really?
I played. Yeah, I want to play more.
Well, we're not going to play with you, man. You're good at everything.
We'll play. We're on the same team.
That's not bad. No. I'm on his team. All right. I mean, it's fun. I try everything, dude. I'll do it all. I like pickleball. I used to play racquetball.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't played racquetball.
Loved racquetball.
That's a retired person's sport.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I used to play it in college, but
that's the one with the little ball with the net on the back of it thing, right?
What's inside the?
No, it looks like a tennis racket. And it's
what am I thinking of? The sport,
like squash or like
just you have like the long, like the paddle
high-a-lie.
Yeah.
What is high-a-lie?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I connected the two.
No, racquetball's the one like where you're in the whole room, the walls, and wherever you hit it, you have to like come back to it, make sure you hit it to that wall again.
It's tough.
It's fun. It is tough. But it's funny because like my Uncle Sam was 83 and he used to play and he used to be fucking good.
The Uncle Sam?
The Uncle Sam. The collecting taxes.
Yeah.
I just paid him directly. Hey, can I Venmo you? But you got it. He gave me a discount, which was fucking
QR code.
I don't make any money, so he's like, just don't worry about it. No, but he was like 80, he passed away, but he was still playing until he was like 83, 84 years old, and he was great. And the thing about that sport is like you don't have to be athletic. Your brain starts going, all right, it's going to bounce here, and come right here. But when you first start, you're chasing after it and you're running and you're all sweaty. But when you play enough, you go, oh, I'm just going to stand right here because I know it's coming this way.
Yeah. So
I would be running all over the fucking place and he just like would stand over here and just like, and I go, all right, Uncle Sam, you piece of shit.
I was thinking of badminton.
Badminton? What the hell?
I don't know, man.
That's a grandma sport.
That's why I'm like, it's a retired person's sport. That's what I was thinking of.
Badminton's fun. You do a little tequila and you're in somebody's barbecue and it's in the backyard.
Yeah.
That thing used to drive me nuts because I would hit it as hard as I could and it'd fly like 3 feet.
Yep.
Yeah. But you'd be looking over the net like this.
Oh, that's right.
Did you do sports growing up?
No. Yeah. No, I didn't. Maybe when I was like 5 or 6 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I moved around all the time, so I was never in the same place more than a year. I'm sure Will's tired of hearing me say that. I actually realize I say that a lot. Okay. But no, it's so I didn't get to I joined a team. I'd want to play football or volleyball or whatever it was. Like I'd get on the volleyball team and before we'd even play games, I'd move. And then they didn't have a volleyball team at the other school, or I'd play football and then you go to the next school and they're like, you don't know our plays. There's no way. Guys, you have no idea what I'm going to become.
You could have easily been in the NFL if you wanted to, without a doubt.
I think specifically because of my mindset too. Like when I put my mind to something, I will not stop. Which is how I got in shape in the first place.
Yeah.
Because I was a freaking twig. I definitely think I could have, but it's also like that's the thing that every dude says, you know, like I could have played in the league, you know. Yeah. But I do think I have maybe a little bit of an advantage when it comes to that because I was quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, sure.
Here we are doing podcasts.
You're better off, dude. Look at fucking Aaron Rodgers doing podcasts now.
Yeah,
I mean, like
great, dude.
Everyone's doing. I mean, you also don't want to get beat up, and that's your life. I used to love boxing. I probably would have been a boxer if I didn't have. I had brain surgery in high school.
Oh wow!
Actually 8th grade, but I had brain surgery, so
that explains a lot.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Yeah, where am I? Like, no, but I couldn't play sports. But I grew up in a boxing town, and everybody around me was a boxer. My family knew like Boom Boom Mancini, and Kelly Pavic was the middleweight champ at the time. So I probably would have picked that up, and that would have been my thing. But I don't want, like, my whole life, your brain damage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
That's the tricky part with that. So even in football too, right? Like you got all the concussions and then people get all the different issues out of that. And that's what I was not drawn to, because what I did is early on, I fell in love with fitness and health and everything in that space. So I gravitated towards that. And then when I started seeing everything, I'm like, dude, my buddy played in the league for 7 years or whatever, and he can't sit for more than 30 seconds without trying to stand up and straighten his knee out because it's so jacked up, or their backs, or and I'm like, everything I do now, I've had plenty of injuries, but it's all about longevity and health. You know, I want to feel good, and I want to play racquetball when I'm 83. You know what I mean? Like, I want to have that. But yeah, man, I don't know. It would have been cool to like have a $300 million contract or something. You know? Yeah,
you'll get it. You'll fucking make an NFL movie or some shit. Will, does he make you work out with him?
Sometimes. Now he's pretty good about letting me do my thing.
Do you bully him to go, come to the gym?
No, man, he does this thing, man. He gets after it. But it was kind of crazy. How long? It was a couple years ago we started training together. Bro, I'm telling you.
Hollywood Equinox.
Dude, within a month, his arms were like half the size of mine. Within a month, they were bigger.
Really?
I'm not even joking. I'm like, I've never even seen someone put on muscle that quick, dude.
No
like,
way.
The guys in his family, like the genetics are just nuts, dude.
Some high tea in there. Thank you.
Damn, dude. What happened? You just like, you're like, oh, fuck. You just...
It's a grind, dude. Like lifting that much, it really does. It takes 3.5 hours out of the day, right? To like, you gotta make sure you eat. Then you're more tired. It's like, it's crazy. It's like a lot. And now I'm like just focusing on other stuff. Right?
Yeah,
like just life. You kind of grow. And
I used to love working out too. Like, but
I need to get into the mindset of that because I lost all the weight. Now I just need to fill out a little bit more.
He lost 200 pounds.
225.
Oh
wow.
In
that's awesome.
A year and a half.
Damn.
Yeah. All diet.
How'd you do? Yeah, diet.
Yeah, just straight diet. I did not touch the gym once during that year and a half.
That's how that proves you right there how important your diet is.
Yeah.
Just portion control and eating the right shit.
Yeah. Now it's
and by the way, like I'm not an actor or anything either, right? So like I can be out of shape and it doesn't matter. So I can spend time on other stuff.
You're in shape. You're in better shape than me, and I'm an actor. What the fuck? This isn't fair.
Definitely not.
But on that point too, I mean, like, dude, what is being in shape? You know, like it's different for everybody. Like I have certain goals, and like this thing makes me feel good mentally, clarity. It's something that I've had been doing for 18 years now, and it's just kind of part of my routine. But also like even for me, the characters I want to play are like big dudes. You know, like I want to play like I would love to have a role like Reacher. You know, like. But it doesn't mean you're not healthy or active or whatever. You don't need to look like, a freaking bodybuilder or like Arnold Schwarzenegger to say you're in shape,
Yeah.
If you're getting after it on pickleball, dude, it takes cardio, dude. It takes work.
I'm exhausted from walking golf today. Like I am so out of shape.
You walked 18 holes. That's a lot of walking.
You walked.
You got steps in the sun. Like,
that's exhausting.
I feel like I ran a marathon though,
Hey. Did you at least roll the bag?
You have a caddy.
We had a caddy.
Oh, shit. Dude, walking's walking 18 is a lot. How many miles is that?
It adds up. I don't know. Yeah.
I play my best golf when I walk.
Really?
Absolutely. It's because there's something about when you're in a cart and you're like all the anxiety, your like focus is taken away. You grab your drink, you're driving around. Yeah, where's my ball? You're just the chaos when you're just walking. It's just like you go ball to ball. There's something about it. It just, I don't know. Every time I walk, it
was my first time walking
there,
but it definitely keeps you warm. I think like your body is warmed up. You don't get really cold, and then so that part I think helped a little bit. But I think the focus and the grounding but the funny thing about walking too is like the carts have a little protection. Today we must have heard 94 times we're ducking and dodging balls left and right.
Really?
I'm like I've never had this before, man.
So it was like, and you were like, you were golfing today. It wasn't like drinking golfing, because sometimes I'm just like, dude, let's get a cart, let's fucking go drink.
I think a lot of the other guys were drinking golfing, and that's why the balls kept going.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Well, that's cool, man. So you guys, how close is your relationship? You guys fuck with each other at all? Like,
that sounded like a weird way to phrase it.
Yeah, no, nobody's fucking with you, dude.
Right. This is why I let him steer.
I want you to rephrase that question, please.
Whatever you say, Brock. Whatever you want.
No. Yeah, we're super tight, bro.
You guys you guys roast each other? Do you guys make fun of each other? Like, I don't know how close are you guys? How well do you guys know each other?
Pretty well, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We've been through. I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if we really roast each other so much. So we'll say stuff from time to time, like mess with each other, especially on the podcast too. But
I think like in clever way, we you have to find different ways to mess with your friend, right? It's like, you can't just do it any old way. You got to find something clever about it, or maybe it's over a longer period of time, and it you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we had this buddy, or we have this buddy. I haven't seen him in a while, but he was in the movie that we did, Michael Vlamis, and his I don't even know how else to explain this other than if he had a love language, it would be talking shit on him. The more shit you talk on him, the more he feels like you like him.
Dude, that's comedians.
Yeah. And he's a funny dude. So I grew up with 4 brothers and sisters in my house. There's 5 of us, and then there's even more in my family. So there's 8 kids all together. And
damn,
imagine how much back and forth we're going. And I'm I'm the older brother too, so I got to make it a point to get the last word in or whatever, have one over on him. And so when me and Michael got together, dude, there's probably 3 hours of BTS straight of clipped footage of us just talking shit on each other the entire time, and whoever could come up with the best thing, dude. And
that's the best, man.
It's fun, dude. It's fun.
I grew up in Ohio, and I had a lot of black friends growing up, and it was this thing that we would do. Our weekends, we would sit around and drink, and we would just fucking roast. It was all right, a Saturday night roasts. And I'm bad at roasting. I don't want to hurt people's feelings. I don't know. I even as a comic, I'm getting a little better, but I feel some of my best friends, my cousins, who's my brother, I still we barely make fun of each other, because I don't know. I just always was worried I was going to offend them. But now I'm around comics, and it's dude, they don't even know you. And they're just you look like fucking shit, man. What are you wearing? That's their language, dude. It's crazy, but it's fun. And that's how you could kind of make a better relationship, when you can make fun of somebody. But he's good at it. He'll make fun of me more than I make fun of you.
Here and there.
He's good.
I feel like that's when you know it's your boy.
Yeah, he tees himself up for us. So
yeah.
It's hard not to.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
I feel like that's if you can have that with a buddy and they don't get offended, or you don't get offended, you don't get upset about it, that's how you know your boys.
Yeah, no. Yeah, totally. For sure.
Yeah.
That. I mean, I've always felt that way. If you could just jokes are jokes. But now I say dark shit. So it's you gotta watch what you say.
Roast me right now.
Oh, dude, I can't. You're too fucking big.
Call me fat, dude.
Oh shit! Podcast is over. No, I can't roast you, dude. You're a Greek god. It's not even fair, bro.
Oh,
and he's also so nice. It's
he is, seriously. He is nice. You are one of the nicest guys I know. It's super, super nice, which is crazy. I'm sure everybody looks at you oh fuck, he's probably just a meathead that's just an idiot, no sense of humor. He's probably an asshole, stuff like that. But you're none of those things.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm just
maybe not none of them, but
So why don't you talk to me like that, Vinny?
You got to look like this guy. Man.
You just got to scare him, dude.
Yeah,
I threatened him off camera.
I just need bulk. It's bulk season.
He told me when he walked in, he goes, "You fuck with me, I'm gonna kill you." Oh yeah.
Anything that makes me look bad, you're going down.
Dude, do you feel safe having him around? Like, do you just talk shit to strangers? Like,
Dude, I feel safe, man. Yeah. It's kind of funny is I've never, at least not in my adult life, ever had that feeling where I'm like afraid something's going to go down. I always feel like, and this is probably not a great way to think, but I kind of feel like I can get out of almost any situation.
Really?
Weapons, a little tricky, but yeah, I don't like walk down a dark alley afraid, I'm kind of
so like if six dudes came at you, you feel,
I know I'd get out of it.
No way.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm taking you out. I mean, dude.
I've had stuff like that happen. So it's not like, I've had to fight multiple guys at once, dude, just because they're drunk idiots or whatever the situation was.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's where, dude, you want to talk about an animal though? We were hanging out with Mike Tyson one night, dude. Ooh. And the way he said some of the stuff he said, I'm like, you're not human. He was convinced, like, I think he went to Compton or he went somewhere and he was surrounded by at least 500 people, but it was probably like 2,000.
During like a street fair or something.
And he was like, and his mentality is like, who the hell am I if I can't walk around these people? It's not that it wasn't even that he was like better or anything, but he's like, it was just his mentality of like, I come from nothing, I come from this. And he knew, they were like, why aren't you worried that someone's going to attack you or something like that? And he's like, no, I know I would get out.
Wow.
Like, 2,000 people.
He said that, but he sounded more like, no, I think I'll get out of it.
No,
get out.
No, he did say one thing that kind of like, that's when I felt it was he's like, I'm a predator.
Wow.
Like, I'm a predator. And when he said it, I was like, if it was literally you versus the predator, you would win. Like, I'm convinced.
Wow.
It's like that, was it like alpha mentality?
Oh, dude.
Like,
he's
asserting the dominance of everyone.
Yeah. It's a different mindset, man. I've never seen it. Like, I'm a big dude. I'm confident in my ability to protect myself, but that is like, okay, maybe if Mike was one of those 6 people, I'm not getting anywhere.
Wow.
I guaranteed.
Damn.
Yeah.
He gave me a nice little like fake gut shot on the side. And like, and obviously, like
a playful,
yeah. But it still felt like a truck. Yeah.
You literally went like this, tapped you, like explosive diarrhea. Stop it, Mike!
Shattered.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, we've had people on the podcast also talk about Mike and just how fucking
eating fistfuls of mushrooms,
crazy,
it's wild, yeah.
How like he's unstoppable.
Dude.
Right?
So nice though. Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I hear great things about him.
Nice, yeah.
Like, he is a philosopher mixed with like a gladiator, dude. He's like our modern day, I don't even know, with Marcus Aurelius and Aristotle, and like, I can't even explain who he is, dude. It's I feel like we're sitting with a modern day, Greek legend or something. Like, he's a different breed, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there's not many people that are like that, and nobody's like him. But
I'm a different breed too, man. One time I took on 80, 89, 90 senior citizens and good at the nursing home. Oh, what do you want? Sound effects. Bam, bam. Took them down, dude.
Special type of breed.
Yeah, special breed.
Fuck you. Take those dentures. Gosh.
You'll get over it soon.
This is one of those Family Guy moments. It just goes on for 20 minutes.
Right.
Let him get it out of his system.
Extended clip.
Oh, happens every time we hang out.
Oh, dude. I don't know, man. I'm pretty tough.
Yeah, man.
No. Last thing I feel like doing is fighting now. I can't walk down the stairs without my knee hurting, dude.
Dude. But fighting's not like I don't
You don't enjoy it.
It's sport, right? If you're doing it for sport like MMA, jiu-jitsu, it's amazing because it is like, it's very mental, right? And obviously very physical, but to do it out on the street is just stupid.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, even like we were talking about road rage earlier, it's just dumb to have road rage because you don't know who that person is, what they're going through, what they've got on them. Like, there's never a winning scenario out of that. Because even if you win, like, chances are you might be going to jail right now. Like, where's the real win there? Unless it's like protecting somebody who truly needs it or isn't able to, or yourself, obviously. But to me, it's the mentality of, I actually got enjoyment when I was younger out of mentally talking people down and then making them question why they ever were trying to fight in the first place. I was like, I got more out of that than I would have ever gotten out of beating them up.
But they listen to you because you're like, all right, guys, here's the deal. For me, I'm like, come on, guys, we don't need to do this.
I'm just saying the dumbest stuff ever. Everyone's agreeing with it. Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know. A lot of sense.
Can we just use your fucking? Can we get some of your blood and study it? How's it go? Are you dating anybody? I know it's a weird question, but
me, no.
I know this. I know you enough. So like asking you questions on this podcast is fucking like I know half of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't.
It's on the podcast, yeah.
I gotta know.
Well, that's like when we have somebody on, we've done extensive research on them, right? You got to tee up the questions. Like I already know the answer to it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so you're just career for everyone that doesn't know, you're just career driven right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason I'm really in LA, dude.
Do you use him as a wingman? Like you guys go out together and are you in a relationship?
I actually am right now, but very recent, pretty recent. But yeah, I mean, you know,
how's that going?
We've been out a few times.
Had some good times.
The relationship?
Yeah.
It's going good, actually. It's going good. I appreciate you asking.
Yeah. Where'd you meet?
Here in LA.
Organically or is it an online thing?
Kind of like half organically, half like Instagram or something, I think.
Hell yeah.
Like
slide into the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for you, bud.
We're millennials, right?
Yeah.
It works, it works. It works.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough out here. We talk about it all the time. I mean,
I'm navigating all that right now. It's fun.
Everyone's
so fun.
Career driven but the problem is there's so many, I talk about this on stage too, but it's like there's so many people. So there's like no commitment. There's so many like in a small town, you commit a lot easier because the options are a lot less. Like there's not as many people.
Yep.
So you're just like, all right, I'm settling, but out here you're like, you could nitpick. I don't like their fucking feet. And then you're over like, cause there's 10 million people. But
so my dad said, he's like, it's great that you have like these standards and like guidelines, but like one day you're going to meet this girl and you're just going to kind of throw your quote unquote rules out the window for her. I'm like, maybe, but not today. Thanks, Dad.
Yep.
Like I don't need to worry about that right now. Thanks.
No.
Yeah.
The standards are a lot higher here because there is so many, like, the options are incredible.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of people, but it's also like what you're attracting, I think, and what you're putting out there, what you want, right? Like if your goal is to just date a bunch of people, you can do that all day. But if you want to find a good girl or a good person, you know, it's like, it's not always as easy in this city, I think, because it attracts a certain kind of person.
Right.
There are a lot of people, again, are goal oriented and what are their goals? And, you know, whether it's actress, model, OnlyFans, whatever the thing is, right? It's not always as simple as like, just because there is a massive quantity doesn't mean you're gonna get the one that is right for you. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I just keep working on me, do my thing, keep healing, keep growing in my career and growing in my faith. You know, and just keep on moving forward. And then when that person comes along, I'm like, this is what I was waiting for you,
dude. Similar mindset that I'm in. It's like I'm doing my thing, and if someone comes along and rides along with me, then cool. But I'm not gonna like divert from my goals and my ambitions to put extra effort towards this thing.
Yeah, I totally get that.
You find the right one. They come to you. It just happens, right? Like at the right time.
You attract what you put out.
Yeah.
At least I'm a believer of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to be ready.
So I'm stuck with you.
Mentally. Yeah. Well. Yep.
Talk about putting the wrong.
Now you dragged us into it, guys. Thanks.
Oh man. Well, he's set, dude. He's in a good relationship. I got a good girl now. So. You guys got to catch. You guys got to catch up, dude. You don't need to. You're too young.
Show off. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm actually living vicariously through you guys. No, just kidding. Sorry, Daly.
Cut the cameras. We need to talk.
We can edit that. No, I think relationships are tough. Just like being single's tough, but you know when you're dating somebody, you got your roommates. You gotta be fucking roommates. That's just also a tough thing to do. Yeah. Being a roommate with your brothers and sisters and your family and your best friends is also a struggle. You're like, dude, fucking watch the spatula. You know, like it's just like little things that just start driving you insane.
Yeah.
But
that's also a relationship in general. I think you got to find someone that you're going to have to make sacrifices, right? And it's what are the sacrifices that you're willing to make and they're willing to make for you? Because no matter what, like it's they're going to hurt you in some way, shape, or form. You guys are going to have issues. You're going to have arguments. One's going to be tidier than the other. You know, like you said, the spatula is going to be left out. And it's just what are you willing to compromise on to make that work? Like it's not always, I think so many people get the idea that love is, you know, you find that person and everything's perfect and it's kosher all the time. It's like, no, dude, you're the person that I'm just willing to not, when I find that right person, I'm just never going to quit you. We're going to figure out our problems. We're going to figure out all of our stuff. And then I'm never going to give up. And that's because I choose you, you know?
Can we're going to use that audio recording and I'll send that as a voice memo to my girlfriend. So appreciate that.
Like, hey, I chose you. Just so you know.
You know how many DMs I'm going to get? Is Brock single? Can you hook me up with him? I guarantee it. I've had it happen. Have you had it like with other guests we've had?
I've had some people slide in. Yeah. Not about me. Our guest, yeah.
What, like Zach or somebody, or
Zach?
We had Zachary Levi on there.
Oh, he's great.
We've had a bunch of people like, and they'll just be like, "Oh my God, can you hook me up?" Dude, I can't.
I talk to him for 45 minutes.
This is not a matchmaking. I'm not a matchmaking.
I like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to have people immediately go, all right, well, he's single. Can you set me up? But dude, you got so much shit lined up for you. I believe in you. Like, I really do. You are ultimate specimen of a human being. And I don't mean that because you're a 6'7", long haired, blue eyed, gorgeous man. But I mean, like, just in general, you got your shit together, you know, like you really, you're driven, you're disciplined, you got a good heart. I mean, it's hard to find good people, man. I mean, we talk about this all the time. People are very, especially in this town. Him and I talk about this all the time. We talk about this all the time, but it is very tough to find or organically find genuine human beings that still have their integrity, because this fucking world is falling apart, man.
Yeah.
Like everything's crumbling around us. Society's a mess. People don't, there's no selective attention these days. I feel like social media is destroying our brains.
Yeah. Well, it's very easy to, not be a good person. It's very easy to make the choices that are maybe morally not in line with what it should be, or even out here, like it attracts, again, a certain kind of person, but then there's more of that. And then you have social media added into that, and you've got the media added in that. You got all these different things that are telling you to be a certain way. And it's like, maybe it's not the right thing to, just try to sleep with everyone, maybe it's not the right thing to, whether it's just like, I don't know, it kind of puts me off a little bit. A lot of people out here, for the reasons they're here, it's the ladder climb. It's how can I use you? Or the first conversation you have with someone is like, what do you do? And how can that help me? Like it's not like, damn, dude, how's your day going?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Like, what do you enjoy about life? Like there's things to me that I value people. I value genuine interactions. I value, my life, and I want to make sure it's a good one. So I don't want to invite anybody who kind of can hurt that or affect that negatively, and I think when you find those good people, though, like that's what it was for me coming up. When I moved and started chasing my dream, all the people I thought were my friends, so it's this mountaintop, the way I look at it, is all the people I thought were my friends were really just talking bad about me behind my back, saying all this stuff, girls and guys, girls I dated, talking to friends of mine. Like it was just, I allowed these certain kind of people in my life. And then slowly I started to lose those friends, and then I found new ones, and those new ones were better, but not that good. Until I got to a point where finally I was like, I'm done letting these people treat me bad. I have to teach people how to treat me, and they're either going to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, or I'm going to have to kick them out. They're not going to be welcome in my life. And so I got to this mountain top, I guess you can look at it. And then I was like, oh, well, now it's all downhill from here, in the best way, because now it's easy. I went through the hard stuff to go find myself. And then I started to realize that, well, if you have bad people in your life, the ones that are taking up this space and treating you bad negatively, they're taking up space. And what you have to do is, when you get rid of those ones, you leave room for the good ones to come in. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't matter what somebody does. It doesn't matter what their career is, how much money they have. It's all of a sudden, I've got 10 best friends or 5 best friends, and they're all dope humans from all different walks of life, you know, and that to me is a quality of life that I wouldn't trade for anything.
Yeah, dude, that's
right.
Clip that. Clip that. Oh my God. That is a panty dropping. All comes back.
All comes back to the panties. Yeah, that's what it is with you.
Dude, it's so accurate, man. My dad always used to say, if you could count your friends on one hand, you're popular. Because the problem is, you said all that, but the problem is I've believed in people and they've made you feel like they were going to be these great people and they fooled you. Yeah. You know, that's the thing is like, I'm getting better at letting negative people, if you don't respect me, fuck it, goodbye, and let negative people out of my life. But there is a you know, like people will put on a facade. They'll put facade with a F.
Yeah.
Oof. God, let me read a dictionary real quick. But they'll put on a facade. And you really believe that they are something, and you find out like, holy shit, who are you?
And there's different levels to that too. I think that, you know, there's people that I thought were great also, but it's just your radar, your gauge of it you become more aware and you start to see certain tendencies or things that people give off. Because I've had people that I thought were amazing. And then I realized this is what I discovered, you know, it's like, say people, you know, everyone puts out a different energy. There's people that can, I believe, project a certain kind of energy. So you think they're the great person. And then you realize, holy crap, this person's like dark and horrible and they're ill intent, you know, that's their entire thing, but they're projecting that there's something else. So they will fool you, you know, and there's all kinds of different personality traits and stuff like that. Yeah. But I think your filter, your gauge for it. And then once you're aware of it, but that's also part of your own, you know, growth and your story of
not Will, dude. This guy over here, he's a fucking stud. This guy, he's just chilling. This guy took a nap. That's the best friend right there. Yeah, no, Will's a good dude, man. He's just, I mean, just golfing together, producing shit together. He's got a relationship. He's got his head on his shoulders, man. That's a good.
I think so. I'm trying.
Well, you're a giant.
You're trying, man.
Will, what's your story? Tell us a little bit more about you.
I mean, honestly, like, I grew up in San Francisco, played sports growing up, football and lacrosse, went to film school at USC. I knew since I was like 5 years old, I wanted to be a movie producer. So I did everything my whole life was towards that goal. Mm-hmm. And I was a production assistant on Ocean's 13, Ray Donovan.
Oh, wow.
I worked on Entourage, like a bunch of big productions. You know, obviously at the bottom of the totem pole, but you got to start somewhere and keep going. And the horror film we did together was my first feature that I produced. And now I'm selling my second. I actually wrote and am producing my third, and then have my fourth and fifth lined up. So I'm going to go to like producing one film to like having like 3 or 4, like kind of like that once all this stuff gets sorted out. But yeah, I'm writing comic books now. I've literally written like I pointed to this because the artwork on the cup is one of the comics.
What's the book?
This one is my zombie one. It's called Desert Heat. Me and my dog in the zombie apocalypse. Nice. It's just for fun. But then our main one's called Kane, and you know, we do Comic-Con and all that. But I've written like probably 60 comic book issues for that, awesome. And like the art just kind of takes a while to come out. But yeah, just
so you design the art yourself, or you?
I write and then produce the art with the artist. So I like give notes with the artist as they're bringing my script to life, essentially. Dude. And then Brock's obviously a co-creator on it with me. But yeah, comics, podcasts, movies. Try to just create anything creative. Try to do.
That's awesome, man.
Making our own universe over here.
You know, it's kind of hard to, sometimes it's hard to work with friends. Like, you know, they say working with family can be tough.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's the same thing with friendship. Like, you put business in the mix and anything, it starts to get a little weird and sticky. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you guys can be friends and still work together is pretty cool. Says a lot about both of you guys, at least.
I think we've definitely had like moments where we've had conversations and it's like, how do we figure this out? Because like it's the element, there is the friendship and then there's the business stuff you have to get done. And it's like, sometimes things get a little mixed up every now and again with timing and schedules. And expectations of each other, I think. But the thing is, like, we're such good friends, and we've always, I feel like, put that first. But then out of that value and respect for each other, it leads into business. And it's like, okay, well, we both have the same goals and dreams with this, and we might have different views on how to get there, but we're both trying to get there. And then let's figure this out. Let's just problem solve it together, And that's where it's like having a best friend is like, well, at least I know you're not just here for a paycheck kind of guy. It's like we're here because we actually want to do this and build something great together. Which I think is invaluable. I think, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The whole roasting thing in the beginning, it's like, why roast each other when you could build each other up? I had it wrong the whole time, man.
Yeah.
All these friends, we were just talking shit. Your fucking teeth are weird. Instead, it's like friends could be like, you guys want to do a movie together?
That's compliment cast, dude. Who was it? We had Jim Nance on, and he's he always wanted to be like the voice of the NFL, the voice of the Masters, and he has a sick voice, so it actually it makes even sense. But when he was in college, he had his 3 best friends, and they all roomed together, right? And they wanted to all play. Was it the Masters?
Yeah, Freddie Couples, Couples, I think.
And he said it's so important to have people that are not only like-minded but driven and positive around you. He said they basically created this ecosystem in their dorm, and they believed in each other and told each other that they were going to do what they said they were going to do. And every one of those dudes ended up playing, and he became the voice of the Masters.
Wow!
In that, like, it was 100 out of 100. 4 out of 4. They all did it, and it was it makes you think, like, the friends, like I was talking about when I was climbing that peak, right? They were like, no, you can't do it. Only this guy can do it. Or the dream is too big, right? They can't comprehend that it's possible. And I'm like, look, it's not me or you. We can all do it. There's enough for everybody to eat. But I, like, personally, you become an anchor in my life if you're trying to pull me down. So I'm going to believe in you. And if you're not going to believe in me, I believe in myself enough to know I'm going to get there no matter what. But I actually used to tell this to friends. It's funny. And now they're not in my life anymore. But I said, all you have to do is be a good person. Be a good friend, and we're going to go. Because I know I'm going to go. I'm not going to stop until I get there. I will never quit. Like, that's my superpower, my gift. I just won't stop, and I believe in myself more than anyone else ever could. So all you got to do is be good, and it'll spill over into your life. That's how I felt. That's how I believed. Well, turns out they couldn't even do that. So I wish these people the best in all in their life and in their endeavors and their careers, everything, but it was one of those things where I'm like, I can't allow you to be an anchor in my life while I'm trying to go achieve this massive dream or goal. It's something that was beat into me as a child that it's impossible. You believe that there's something, and all of a sudden now I'm like, dude, I'm nowhere near where I want to be in my career, right? And I think that's also a part of, being a dreamer, an entrepreneur, and a big dreamer. It's like I'm always going to want to keep growing. It's going to evolve as I go. It might change completely, but I'm always going to believe in it, and I'm not going to stop. And so, like, having people that don't support that is one of the most, detrimental things I think you can allow to happen in your life, because it's literally only going to hurt you. And that's,
dude, we say this too. You are who you surround yourself around.
Yeah.
If you don't surround yourself around motivated, determined, you have that drive. He works, it's one of those things where, like, if you don't surround yourself around people that put you up, but also are like, let's fucking go. I mean, I have a lot of friends that I also do love, that I really want them to succeed, and I want them to be happy, and I do love them as friends, but I don't want to be around them all the time, because they're just lazy. They don't give a shit. I can't live that life, man. Like, I can't just.
And when you're a good person, you put up with a lot of stuff. You allow a lot of stuff to happen in your life. Like, I've allowed people to treat me bad a majority of my life. And when you get to that point where you're not okay with it anymore, and seeing, like, doesn't mean I don't love those people. One of the hardest things I ever to do was, even with family members, I was like, I just can't do this anymore, because you're only hurting me. I would give and give and give, and they would take and take and take, and to the point where I had nothing left to give. And then, then what do I do? But if you give until the point where it doesn't hurt, when it doesn't hurt you, the more you succeed, the more you're able to give. But you get to that point where it doesn't hurt you, and then you cut it off. Okay, well, now you're still in that zone to keep moving forward. But if you tip over, well, now you're just hurting yourself, and that's unfair to you. that's unfair to everyone else who believes in you. That's unfair to your dream, you know, like, and the thing that you'll be able to do when you get to that higher point is, and how many people are going to help in that space is so much greater than helping that one person. And maybe it is you're only meant to help the one person, but that person that doesn't believe in you or doesn't want to see you succeed, it's like, you just have to be able to identify it. And I think separate yourself. And it's honestly what I found, especially with family and then close friends, is the hardest thing in the world to be like, I can't allow this anymore. For me, it was. But when I did, it was one of the healthiest things I think I could have done, you know?
Yeah. Dude, you are a giver, man. That's it's a good, man. I was going to ask if I could borrow 20 and
I'll give you 100.
Oh, wow. Come on, dude. He can't be good at everything. It's not fucking unbelievable, dude. What do you guys, as friends, what do you guys love about each other the most?
Ooh.
I'll let you go first.
Me first? Oh, damn. Let's see.
Damn, see, that's not a good sign. You got to think about it.
No, it's because there's so many things.
You know what you want.
There's so many things. I think I could, like, you know, stick on theme with that kind of like inspiring quality of, like, he'll push me to keep going on like something until I achieve the point of what he knows I want to achieve for myself. Right. And I think that's really important. As a friend, I think encouraging each other to keep working hard until you reach whatever goal you set for yourself, even if it's a small thing. Like if I want to cut out something from my diet or whatever, right? Just like that motivational, inspirational thing, I think is really important as a friend. So that's kind of on theme with the conversation. I'll kind of go with that.
Yeah.
But there's so many things I could say. I just don't want to like
throw a couple out there.
Yeah. I mean,
isn't it fucking great to get compliments? Compliment me. Come on, give me some.
Beanie's cool.
You bastard.
Nothing to do with you personally.
Yeah, no, he likes my beanie.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we like, it's crazy how much we love the same things too. And we get to like share all the things we love, which is awesome. But he's the nicest guy ever. Now he likes golf too.
You got,
dude, it's great.
So I'm gonna go out in public and I'm gonna do something that's not nice and be like, these guys lied.
Yeah. That's what's sad though. You're gonna get more famous and you're gonna get that. Like people are gonna post shit about you to make you look bad too. You know that.
Yeah, but I think social media, like being able to be exposed to that early on and it like go pretty viral. I've already heard everything. I've already seen everything. You know, I'm kind of like, the difference is I know who I am. You know, like whatever somebody says about me, okay, well, turns out people who are really happy don't really talk bad about anyone else. They're genuinely happy with themselves. I've never heard it. You know, I've never heard someone who's absolutely happy talk bad about someone. It's just, and we all, like, I mean, most of us all do it. Like, I mean, I'm guilty of it too, you know, and especially having a bad day. But, you know, if somebody's going to say something bad about me, it says more about them than it does about me. If I know I'm at least trying to be a good person and trying to focus on that, I make mistakes. I'm human. I mess up all the time. Dude, I have super hard days. I grew up with depression. You know, I've dealt with all kinds of stuff. And I think that my goal is like to be the best version of me, whatever that looks like, because like I know what it feels like to be at the lowest of the lows. And that one little piece of hay on the haystack is the thing that could destroy it all for me. I've been there many times. And going out in the world with empathy, I've realized like you don't know what someone else is going through. So if I have the ability to make someone laugh or smile or brighten their day, hold the door for them like as best as I can, even when I'm not having a good day, I feel like that's part of my purpose in life, you know, because I don't know what they're going through and I know what it's, and I've made it look like everything is the best day of my life when I've been at my lowest. So I'll
do something. I'll do something like that where I'll go, I try to make it a goal to at least compliment one stranger a day. Yeah. Like if I'm at Starbucks, I'll walk up to the Starbucks girl and I'll just be like, I like your purple hair or whatever the fuck, you know, like whatever. Just for a second, they're like, oh, thank you. Yeah. You know, they'll feel good about it. And then they take it. They take that energy you give them and then they get to roll with it. Because the rest of the day, they're getting shitty people with attitudes coming in. Yeah. But if you give them just a little bit, man, just a little bit. It could change people's lives. But that it is kind of messed up. We made him compliment the shit out of you, and then we're like, moving on.
No, bro.
We're gonna do it again. Just keep talking about how great he is. No, what do you love about Will?
There's a lot, man. Like he has a drive and a focus that I think is inspiring to me too, especially somebody that, you know, he's had the ability, like what I've seen, to go many different routes in life with career and all kinds of different things. But he did what I relate to too, is followed the dream, you know, did like, and invested in that and took the leap, the risk of betting on himself, man. And like he was saying, like, I'm all about fueling the fire in my friends, you know, like if you have a dream or goal or whatever it is, let's figure out what the end goal looks like and let's figure out all the things to get there. Right. And I'll do everything in my power to help him, because I love the guy. Like he's a great dude. Has a freaking great heart, dude. He really does want the best for everyone around him. And but to see, like, the coolest thing, bro, is seeing someone want to do something and then them go and do it. Right. Like having this dream for the comic books. We sat down before we went into Spider-Man No Way Home, and you know, he had just gone to the premiere and we were going in to see this film. He's talking about how great it was, you know, and he's like, dude, I think I want to start a comic book and I would love for you to be a part of it. And I'm like, honestly, I'm down. I think it's a dope idea. I like comic books, you know, and I like being hopefully an action hero. Let's merge the two. And he started off with that, never writing, started writing. Now he's written features. He's written over 60 comic books. He's done it. Wow. So for me, it's like that will, pun intended, to keep
that Will has.
Yeah, exactly, is admirable, man. And it fires me up and it motivates me. And I think, you know, it's just, dude, just having a friend that truly cares about you, but then shows up and like you're able to do great stuff with. Like we enjoy golf, traveling, all that stuff. But then we also do have very similar goals when it comes to, and kind of in different lanes to a degree, but some are in the same lanes of our career paths we want to do. And I think we're just finding ways to help each other get there, you know?
Yeah.
And then doing it together at the same time is a really cool thing. But he's just a great dude, bro. I could have just left it at that.
Dude. What the heck, man? Tony doesn't talk to me like that.
Okay, well, I was about to just say something nice, but I guess I won't.
But
no, I was gonna say I'm like similar. I like seeing my friends succeed.
Yeah.
Like almost selfishly, I like seeing them succeed because it makes me feel so good. And like, you know, Vinny, obviously, you know, you're doing stadiums at your hometowns with Joe Coy. That's pretty freaking sick, and recording specials.
I'm gonna cry.
Shit. And I have to shout out my friend Astra. She started her own clothing company, and now all these like musicians are like wearing her clothes, like while they're performing in front of hundreds of thousands of people. Like it's sick. And like it's such a good feeling as like supportive friends seeing your friend succeed.
But that's when you know you're a real friend too, or you have a real friend, is like when it does nothing for you, like for me, but I'm still even just as happy or happier for you that thing is happening for you. That is a real friend.
Yeah, man, it's not a competition. And the thing is, if friends, if you're real friends and you find the good people, you'll pull each other up. Like you want them. This is a business where it's a dog eat dog business. People are so competitive and they think it's a competition. But like, dude, if you just help, if you both succeed, be happy that they succeed, and then, you know, hopefully you bring each other up, you build each other up. But even if they succeed and you don't do anything together, it doesn't matter. Like your time is your time. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Like
I always say, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be when I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So really, it's just
good headspace.
Again, I'm not where I want to be. I'm going to continue to keep working where I want to go, but there's a reason I'm here right now.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that is. If I'm supposed to learn something that I take on and changes somebody's life later on, even if it's just something that you say or Will says, and I get to share that with somebody and it changes their entire trajectory for the better, dude, that is like, my life meant something, you know? And if I could do it on a higher scale, if I can do it with my art, you know, if I could do it with my films, like later down the road, that is to me the biggest blessing. Cause like, I feel like then I'll be in full alignment with what I'm meant to do. And so, but it's also a discovery of like, am I in alignment? You know, what is my alignment? And stepping into that, like I've seen people that they come out and they think they want to be an actor, and then it turns in like they end up being a pastor, you know, or they end up, you know, flipping and doing something completely different. And it's like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. you know?
Yeah, dude, you're
trusting that.
God's time, dude. Whenever you're ready, when you're supposed to get it, when you get it, you know, like I do it all the time. I beat myself up thinking, you know, why am I not further along? And I'll watch people that didn't work as hard or didn't like, you know, they haven't been doing it as long, and you watch them and you can't get jealous or you can't make them competitive. You literally have to go, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm a separate person. I am a separate time. And you know, when it is your friends, you're like, I'm fucking happy. I'm like, hell yeah. It's your team. It's like, this is my people, you know? I mean, like even him, like he went from, since we've been friends, he's gone from editing to about to be a director of like doing directing of films, which is crazy. And you know, like that's a big step, and I wanted that for him. I'm excited for him, you know, like he deserves it. And we just keep building each other up, man. That's all. That's why we had you on too, because you know, I love you to death. You're a great dude. Yeah. I know you're gonna succeed. You're gonna be a huge hit. And same with Will. Now that I know you, I mean, it's also like, I don't know. Do you ever have friends where it's awkward because like one friend won't, like you'll be friends with that person and then you'll be friends with this person and then they don't like each other and then it's awkward, but you see the good in each other, but they have this weird drama. But then there's also friends that I have that I know that this person is so good. Like I really trust this person so much that when somebody else is like, that person's a piece of shit, I'm like, oh, so you're the monster. Yeah. You know, like I have a couple friends that I know that they are just such great people. If somebody doesn't like them, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah. Like I just know that, you know? Go ahead. No, it's just so now like I'm just trying to find those people that I go, I'm certain that I can trust like 100%. So when somebody else is like, I don't like that person, you're like,
Yeah, you got to trust your gut. And I think also to that point though is, everyone has a different perception of each person. Like I'm going to have a different perception of you than you do, you know, and vice versa. And every other direction we can spin it in here. And so whatever their reasoning is, or whatever those people are at in their life, the reason that they're not getting along, like maybe that person did something that just drove that other one that you think is bad up a wall, you know? But again, that's all like, people are in your life for a reason, and why are people in your life? You know, like there's ways you can put people in boxes to a degree. Like it sounds maybe not so good, but if this person's here to teach me something, that's why they're here. I can put them in that box, or I'm supposed to learn something from that person, or you know, we're supposed to do something over here. You know, like you figure out who is in your life for what reason, and you know, I think navigating it that way is like, well, if that person's dope, you know, and that is maybe a telltale if they're always talking bad and the other never says anything bad about the other one. You find that, and I think you pick what you gravitate towards, right? And so if you're resonating with the good person, not the bad, that's probably a good sign, you know, that you're heading at least in the right direction, or you're already there. And again, it comes down to, you know, who you surround yourself with, exactly what you guys are talking about. There's this book that I love. I read a decade ago now, probably, but it's called The Power of Full Engagement. And it was a sports psychologist, and he breaks down how the highest level athletes in the world are so successful, and then applies it to a normal everyday like 9-to-5 person, right? And the things that they do, it all came down to their habits. Every little thing, down to like if you're a tennis player, the difference between the number 1 spot and the number 2 spot was literally they'd already put in all the work, was who was able to rest faster in that little intern period before they go back on and play another match, you know? So whoever's able to rest harder, but also we're habitual creatures, right? So you are what you habitually do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. And that's Aristotle. So it goes back centuries, thousands of years, you know? And if you're able to see the people around you, if they have bad habits, we as humans, this is kind of like the whole premise of the book, is we become who we surround ourselves with. Because if you're living in a house with somebody and they eat pizza every single day, dude, and you're trying to diet.
You talking about my girlfriend right now?
Listen, she's great, dude. She's awesome.
This chick wants to eat cookies every fucking night, dude. Now I got man boobs. But anyways, go ahead.
But to that point though, eventually there's going to be a point where you're tired, or, you know, let's say you've been on a strict diet for even 6 months, which would be very impressive to do just by itself. But you see, you have all of these things in front of you, pizza, cookie, cake, whatever it is. You are going to be inclined one day, because of who you surrounded yourself with, to grab that donut, to grab that pizza, to grab that whatever it is. If you're able to associate who you have around you, well, if you surround yourself with people that are all high achievers, or maybe in the best shape, if that's your goal, whatever it is, you're more likely to either succeed or fail based off that, because you pick up the habits of who's around you. It's just the way we're wired, man. Eventually, no matter what, like, that's the whole purpose of them saying you are who your 5 closest friends. It's like, well, who are your 5 closest friends? And then I'll tell you your future, right? And people say that stuff all the time. It's because of the habits, man. The ones that are the most successful are the ones that have certain habits, whether it's a mentality around something, whether it's a physical regimen or routine, whether it's, how they handle themselves in a certain, I've seen people that I'm like, would have had no idea. And then we get into a business meeting and they talk a certain way where I'm like, dude, you handled that so professionally that, like, I thought you were going to lose your temper. And you like, that was the most professional. Like, and I just learned from that. And so you pick up these things and these traits and these habits and you put them into your own. And then, we're like computers, man. We have our own wiring that makes us our way, but you can change things. You can switch things. You can switch your mindset and add things in that add value. That's why I love quotes so much. I take that little thing and I'm like, well, that's going to help my life, or, this
dude,
is.
I need you to, can I just hang out with you more, man? God damn, dude.
I'll be at the gym. Let's go.
Oh, well, we'll find some other habits.
That's right. That's what I'm like.
I mean, dude, oh man, no, you're absolutely right, man. Just, I hold myself accountable. I got I got to get better habits. This guy has lost 220 pounds. He eats ice chips. Dude. I'm like, I ain't coming over for dinner, bro. Well, this is going to be an inspirational podcast, man.
It's great.
A lot of people are going to take this in. They're going to see this Thor of a man, and they're going to go, holy shit, there's some depth to life. And we're just grateful you came on, man.
I'm grateful to be
here. You guys.
Thank you guys.
If I get the cut of this, or it goes live and my mouth is moving different than what's been coming out of it, and you did some AI stuff, we're going to have another conversation. Yeah.
We're going to give you a voice that's like, hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brock Hurn.
I'm just talking about like the most ridiculous stuff all the time. Yeah. I think it's possible. But no, dude. Thank you. Great to meet you, man.
Very nice to meet you as well.
Great to meet you, Will. Guys, I want to golf with you. We should all go golf.
We should golf.
Would you golf?
Yeah, let's do it.
He's not a big golfer, but
I'll go out of my comfort zone. I'll do it.
I know he's not a big golfer,
grow,
but
man. That's how you grow.
Yeah, I'll do it.
He just picked it up.
I'm down with the driving range. If I could do that, I could do a course.
Let's just do it.
Even, dude, honestly, what I actually really enjoy is Top Golf.
I love Top Golf.
I like Top Golf too.
Fun.
Dude,
let's do Top Golf.
Let's do that. We could do that.
Be cool.
Fuck yeah. Well,
we'll run it, man.
Do you want to plug anything? But do you want to mention anything? You got your podcast, what you got coming up?
Studio 22 podcast on YouTube and all podcast platforms, and then Kane Comic Universe.
Hell yeah.
.com.
Yeah. And actually,
I appreciate that.
The only thing I can really think about besides those two things is I've got a fitness app called Discipline.
Awesome.
And it's Discipline by Brock.
I love that. And keep
trying to help people out, man.
And I know you guys got a lot of shit coming up that you can't mention, but I know some stuff, and you guys are gonna kill it. So you guys got to watch them both, and stay in touch with their socials and stuff. We're gonna plug that too. So some big things coming for you guys, and for this guy. He's gonna direct a movie, and I'm gonna be on the set cleaning it up, just wiping down with mops and stuff, stuff like that.
It's not that type of movie.
Right. But I'm just gonna be the janitor on set of your movies, guys. But keep tuning into their socials, keep tuning into My+One, and thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah,
thanks.
Anytime.
Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.